Hello everyone. Today, I'm going to show you an amazing transformation, turning this ordinary motor, which you might think is only good for its original function, into something completely unexpected, a powerful DIY spot welder. First things first, I'm starting with this old water pump. To get to its core, I need to carefully remove these screws on the pump head. I'll begin by using a screwdriver to carefully remove the screws holding the front part of the pump together. It's important to keep track of all these small components, as we'll be reusing some of them later. This part is typically used for water intake and output, but we're interested in what's inside the motor housing. With the screws loosened, I can now remove the pump head. There's a colony of ants here, which shows it has been in the warehouse for a long time. I will continue working with the other screws and not chase them away, letting them move elsewhere. This end cap protects the motor's internal workings, and I'm carefully taking it off. This motor houses the stator and armature, which are the key components we need for generating the welding current. I'm removing all the internal plastic and rubber components from the pump head. This is because we only need the casing for the final assembly. The internal pumping mechanism won't be used for our new project. If you find this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any interesting ideas coming soon. Then I remove the base of the pump motor. Now, I'm also going to detach the motor from its base. I'm using a hammer to carefully tap out the motor rotor from its casing. This requires a bit of patience to avoid damaging any parts, as the rotor is a critical component for our new tool. You might be wondering why I'm taking this apart so thoroughly. It's because we need to access and modify the motor's internal windings. Using pliers, I took out the iron clips inside that were attached to the magnet. Next, I use a chisel and hammer to remove the magnet from the inside of the motor housing. This adjustment is important to fit the new brush assembly and ensure our welder fits properly. I clamp the rotor to the drill press in preparation for polishing. I'm using sandpaper to clean and polish the commutator on the rotor. This step is essential because it ensures optimal electrical contact, which is crucial for the motor's performance in its new role. A clean commutator will allow for efficient current flow, preventing overheating and ensuring a powerful arc for welding. I'm placing the stator, which contains the field windings, onto a sturdy metal base. Then, I'm carefully soldering this red wire to one of the commutator segments. This connection is fundamental for creating the electrical circuit that will generate our welding current. I soldered another red wire and carefully threaded the red wires through the small slot on the rotor. Leave a comment and let me know which country you are watching from. It's great that we can connect and chat from all over the world. I'm using new yellow insulated copper wire, carefully wrapping them around the stator poles. The specific winding pattern and number turns are critical to generate the right magnetic field for powerful operation, so I'm paying close attention to detail here. This process essentially transforms the motor from its original function into a high current capable device. Once the windings are complete, I'll feed the wires through the end cap of the rotor housing. This provides structural integrity and protects the delicate internal components. I'm returning to the original pump casing end plate and placing on a wooden block. I'll drill a series of holes around the central opening. These new holes will be used to secure and connect them to the external circuit. I'm taking the pump head, feeding the remaining yellow wires through its casing, and reattaching it to the motor. I'm gently tapping the end cap into place, ensuring it's securely fitted without damaging the new windings or connections. I'm now putting the motor back together. All the screws are tightened to ensure a secure and watertight seal, although water won't be its primary function anymore. With the motor housing assembled, I'm reattaching the metal base. This provides a stable footing for the entire unit when it's in use, making it much easier to handle during welding. I'm securing the housing with the screws I removed earlier, A tight assembly is important for structural integrity and safety as we convert this pump into a welder. Now, I'm preparing the main power cables. I'm stripping the ends of these thick red and yellow wires to expose the copper. These will be our primary connections to the power source. Proper contact is absolutely essential here for safe and effective power delivery. I prepared a regular plug and prepared to disassemble it. I connected the wires to the red and yellow wires and secured them with screws. After connecting, I reinstalled the plug securely. For the welding end, I'm stripping a yellow wire and attaching a ground clamp. These will form the crucial parts of our homemade welding torch. All connections must be very secure to handle the high current required for welding. I'm preparing the output wires for our welding clamps now. I'm stripping the ends of these wires, then attaching them to the components that make up the welding clamps. This requires a strong connection to handle the high current during welding. I'm securing these robust clamps onto the output wires using screws, ensuring a tight grip and optimal conductivity. These clamps will safely hold our welding rods. Before the grand reveal, I'm doing a final safety check and overview. We have our repurpose pump, the welding clamps, and a robust power strip to handle the current. This setup is ready to go. I'm plugging our homemade welder into the power strip. I attached the soldering iron to the soldering clamp and began. Watch closely as I touch the welding rod to this metal piece. See those sparks fly? That's the powerful current at work. And there it is, a clean, strong weld. See that bright arc? That's the concentrated energy in action. It's actually welding the pieces together. Who would have thought this old water pump could achieve something like this? It's incredible what you can create with a bit of ingenuity and basic tools. This transformation is truly astounding. I'm just going to chip away the slag to reveal the clean, strong weld underneath. This DIY device proves that with a little creativity, you can achieve amazing things, giving new life to old items and tackling projects you never thought possible. If you enjoyed this project and found it inspiring, please give this video a big thumbs up, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe for more fantastic DIY ideas. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.